Hi everyone, we're live here with Living Balance Studios at 9:30 and we're going to start standing up today, so make your way over to your mat. I'm Jessica Hendry with Living Balance and we're here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I just want to remind you today to be mindful of your body, your abilities, and your ambitions and everything that has to do with intention and movement. I want to remind you that myself and Living Balance Studios are not responsible or liable for any injuries that occur, so please be mindful of that as you move through this practice. Today's a yoga bar class, so we'll move through some yoga poses and some bar postures. So as we start today standing up, I want you to take your hands out facing forward. Inhale up overhead. I want you to take your right wrist around your left and start to bend, finding that side body stretch here. So really lean over. If this is kind of uncomfortable, you can take that hand down, place it on top of your hip between your rib, and reach over. And then inhale through, coming up to center, same thing, other side. So switch hands, pull the wrist. Find the length in the side body, drop that arm down, tuck it in the hip if that's more comfortable for you. Big breath in here, full exhale. Inhale, lift up and over. So as you switch, we're going to go back into that same side. I want you to take your left foot over right. Right hand on left wrist, start to bend. You're going to find a deeper stretch here. So if this is uncomfortable, feel free to move back into the posture we were just in. Maybe you take your gaze down, maybe you take your gaze up, your choice. Big breath in, move back through the center, uncross, and then opposite leg, opposite hand. Find that side body stretch. Reach over. And as you inhale, bring it back to center. I want you to take a wide-legged stance here. Allow the toes to turn out. We're going to fold forward. So the elbows drop in. Come all the way down. And just allow this fold to happen. If you need to take a bend in the knees while we're getting started, feel free. Nod the head yes. And shake the head no. Start to tilt the hips side to side. This is a free space for you to find what feels good here. So really take in that breath as you fold forward. And together, wherever you're at, we want to meet in the middle. Walk your hands over towards the right side. If the toes turn out, that's okay. You can be up on the leg. Just energetically push the hips back, stretching through the hamstrings and the inner thighs. Take a big breath in here, and as you exhale, pass through the middle, finding the other side, turning out the toes. Again, energetically pressing the hips towards the back wall. One side might be a little easier than the other. That's perfectly fine. And together we exhale, moving to the middle. Now I do want you to take a strong squat or plie here and inhale the arms up. Exhale the arms into a T, and we're going to hold here, just warming up the legs. So you can either stay still or you can begin to rock side to side, maybe lengthening each leg. If you're holding still, you're going to start burning a lot faster. Take a breath here. Returning to center, I want you to press through the feet, lift up. Arms go up, exhale, bring it back down to heart center here. Start to bring the feet back together, whether you heel toe or take a big step. We're going to inhale the hands overhead. And then exhale, hands back down to heart center. We're going to do that one more time. So if you're facing me, if your mat's facing me, I want you to be at the top of your mat. So wherever you are, bring the hands down, inhale, lift up. This time, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. So nice flat back, the crown of the head reaches towards the front of the mat. Exhale down. I want you to swoop the arms through, up into chair, sink the seat down, tuck the tailbone. Nice long spine here, whether biceps or by the ears. Maybe wiggle the toes, lift them up a little bit, making sure the weight's in the right space. As you're here, take the hands back down to your heart center. Big inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to twist towards the left. So find that space where the elbow hooks on the knee. Adjust where you need to here. Now you'll notice your right foot, your right knee is going to want to swing forward. Pull it back in. Press through the left hand, drawing the hands towards the heart center. Now if you're good here, feel free to take that opening in the arms, looking up. If it's too much on your neck, take your gaze towards the floor. Big inhale here. As you exhale, come back to the floor. Send the hips up, find that forward fold. Drop the chin into the chest. Rock side to side. Maybe you tuck the hands underneath the feet, pressing the toes into the wrist, or wrapping the arms around the back of the legs. Find your forward fold this morning. And we're going to swoop back into the chair because we got the other side. So immediately take a big breath in. Sink the seat down, hands go up, tuck the tailbone, find the long spine. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find that twist here, taking that left elbow towards the right knee, pressing the left knee back, opening on that side if you took that twist on the other side. Big breath in here. Full breath out. One more time, inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands down, find that forward fold. Hips go up, chin drops down. Maybe nodding the head yes or shaking the head no this time. Make sure the tension's released in the back of the neck. Maybe sway side to side here. I want you to inhale, halfway lift. This time we're going to exhale, hands to the mat, find your plank, take the feet back. I want you to hold here. We're going to start warming up the body nice and quick. So broaden the space from shoulder to shoulder, the collarbone. Bring the shoulders down. Maybe come up on the toes, making sure the shoulders are right over the wrist. 3 more breaths here. Now drop down to the knees here, nice tabletop. And then again, this is an offering of a free space to just kind of flow through this. So maybe press into the sides of the ribs. Open up the space between that bottom rib and the hip. And then we're going to find our cat-cow. So you can continue to move through cat-cow, or you can take the traditional forward and back. So I want you to take a breath here in neutral. Inhale, drop the belly down, tailbone goes up, gaze goes up, lift. Stretch through the abdominals. And exhale, round. And I want you to move at your own pace with your breath. So that may be faster than me, it may be slower than me. And that's okay. Again, if you want to flow forward and back through these cat-cows, really finding movement in the shoulder joint and the hips, I invite you to take that opportunity. We're going to be getting into those muscles and those spaces this morning. Let's do 2 more here. And we'll all meet in that neutral spine, that flat back. Taking the creases of the elbows and making sure they're rotated forward. Still pressing into the thumbs and the index finger. I want you to curl the toes under here and hover the knees off the mat just an inch. So as you're there, start to breathe. This is that space where you can set an intention and focus on that. Maybe it's an I am statement. I am free. I am loved. I am enough. Find something that resonates with you in this moment where things start to get hard. And I want you to come back to that every time you start to feel this burn or this shake. Take 1 more breath here. Exhale, press to downward dog, send the hips up. Drive the heels into the mat the best that you can. Press the mat away, open up underneath the arms and pedal the feet. Maybe you try to draw figure 8s with the hips. And then I want you to move back into plank. So we're going to come down from downward dog into plank. Now once you get into that plank, I want you to send the hips back. So this nice crouching tiger here. Now we're going to shoot forward back into plank and then come back into this pose. And we're going to pulse through these postures. So here's the exhale. So big inhale. Exhale here. Inhale, explode through the legs, go forward. Exhale back. Inhale, explode. Nice and firm, though, through the shoulders and back. We'll continue for about 5 more. So again, at your own pace, use your breath. Really push through the balls of the feet, go forward. Drive the crown of the head straight. Nice long spine. Use a powerful exhale here as you move through the motion. Then I want you to drop the knees once you get there. Notice what you feel in the quads as you move through. we're gonna get into some hip circles. I know those are our favorite. They're nice and awkward, but they just open up that joint for us. So I want you to come to your forearms. I want you to take your left leg back. I want you to take your left foot up towards the ceiling, and we're gonna start to draw a circle with the knee. In whatever direction, don't worry, we'll do both. So start to draw the belly button into the spine here. Press the mat away with the elbows. So you're not dipping down into the shoulders as you focus on the hip. You're still very active through the torso and the upper half. So 2 more in this direction. And we got the other side or the other way. So start to reverse. Still really drawing the abdominals into the spine. Let's do 2 more here. And then pause, bring that knee down. We got the other side. So now we'll take the right leg back, right foot up, start to draw the circles. Again, either direction. One of them might feel awkward. That's okay. It's a new movement pattern for most of us. So we just are gentle with it as we introduce it into the body. 2 more times. And then reverse the direction. Nice and warm here. Those hips might be talking to you already. Just listen openly without any judgment. You might feel some pops or hear some pops or clicks. That's okay as long as it's not creating pain. Last 2 here. And bring it down. Replace the hands. Curl the toes under, downward dog. Send it high. Pedal the feet. Now I want you to start to take the left leg up to the ceiling. 3-legged dog here. Press the mat away. Still open up under the shoulders. The postural muscles are important. Drop that left foot over the right glute. Stack the hips and open the hip flexor on the front. If you want to take your wild thing here, feel free. Breathe in. Exhale. Inhale. Everybody flip back over if you're in wild thing. 3-legged dog here. Exhale, pull the knee into the nose and press it back out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back. So still those powerful explosions. Just on one leg now, still igniting the core with that left leg. Inhale, press. Exhale, forward. Elbow creases to the front of your mat. Last 3 here. Now I want you to set that left foot on the outside of the left hand. Squeeze the back leg straight. So don't let that kind of just hang where it wants to. Squeeze and really engage through the glutes. And then sink the hips down as the left knee drives towards the top of your mat. Now you can sway back and forth. You can stay absolutely still. Your choice here. If you want a little bit more, feel free to come down onto your elbows, finding that lizard lunge. You can allow the sole of the foot to come off the mat and the knee to roll out. Your choice. 2 more breaths. Keep the right hand planted down for me. Take the left hand up to the ceiling. Find that twist where you sink the hips, squeeze the back leg. Then I want you to bring left hand to left knee. Begin to tilt that knee outward and rotate the chest towards the ceiling. Still squeezing through the back leg. Big exhale, bring everything back down. Find your plank. Extend the feet back. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Press the hips up. We have the same thing on the other side. Start to pedal the feet. Maybe you come up on your toes and back on your heels. I want you to inhale, lift that right leg up. Take your breath here. Exhale, drop the right foot over the left glute. Stack the hips, opening up the front of that right side. Finding your wild thing if you took it on the other side. And then inhale, everybody back up to that 3-legged dog. Exhale, start to drive the knee into the nose. Press it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale. Exhale. I know the arms are getting tired. We're working this morning nice and early at the top of the practice. We have a few more. We'll call this the last one here. Inhale up. You're going to take that foot on the outside of the right hand, plant it down, squeeze the back leg straight. So it'll come down initially, squeeze up, engage through the glutes. Hold here. Always taking a moment to adjust where you need to, your stance, your arms. Now giving yourself the opportunity to find a deeper expression of this pose if you like by bringing the elbows down. Maybe you have books or blocks or anything you'd like to rest the elbows on. Allow the sole of the foot to come up. The edge of the right foot is on the mat. One more breath. Finding your way back up to your hands if you're on your elbows. Keep the left hand planted. Spin the right hand open for me. Squeeze the back leg straight, sink the hips down. Big breath in. Full breath out. Bring that right hand to the right knee and start to press it, opening a little more, maybe taking a deeper twist. And then slowly making your way back. Hands down into that plank, send the foot back. This time, lower down. So chaturanga, you can come to your knees or dip down, right, hover over the mat, and then rest. Take a break, bring your hands into your forehead, elbows flare out, rest the forehead on the palms, and you can rock the hips side to side. Allow the breath to come back. Allow the work you just did to dissipate from the arms. And from here, I want to introduce a quad stretch. So taking the left hand behind you, left foot up. And if this is all you have today, that's perfect. Just stay right there. If you can reach for the foot, allow it to sink into the seat. And if this is too easy for you, I want you to press your tailbone down into the mat. Find that nice opening in the front of the body. One more breath here. Exhale, slowly release. We're going to find the same version on the other side. So whatever you did on the left, make sure you address it on the right. Right hand back, you hold right here if that's where you're at. If you grab the foot, great. If you need more, press the tailbone into the mat. Two more breaths here. Slowly starting to release down. Bring the hands underneath and then dragging the thumbs underneath the armpits. So we're not up here, we're back here. Elbows are propped up and they're squeezing towards each other as the shoulder blades squeeze in. Tuck the chin just a little. We're gonna find a baby cobra first. So you might already be there. Begin to lift with the shoulders. Hold here. And as you exhale, find a cheek side. Either one, rest, keeping the elbows right where they are. The arms are still very engaged. And then inhale, lift. Maybe you go a little higher this time. And as you exhale, find the opposite cheek. As you inhale, find your fullest expression of the cobra. Trying to grip the mat with your fingers and pull forward, creating space in the lumbar spine. Shoulders away from the ears. The chin is tucked. I want you to exhale, roll down, curl the toes under, send it to downward dog. As you're here, pedal the feet. All right. I want you to lift the left leg up. We're gonna tap and lift into this three-legged dog. So take a breath here, exhale down, inhale, lift. Exhale down, inhale, lift. Now, if this is too much on the arms, feel free to walk to your chair, table, or your surface that is acting as your bar today, and do these same leg lifts from there. for 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold it up. Now I want you to rainbow it over to the side and rainbow it back up. So you're coming to the side for taps versus up and down. Keep the fingers spread wide. Give me one more. And then bring it to that downward dog. We have 8 taps on the other leg. So reposition where you need to. Plant the left foot down. Point the right toe. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. Use a strong breath here. You want to send the oxygen into the muscle. You have 4 left. We're going to hold that last one up and rainbow over to the side for 4. So tap it down, lift it up. This will be the last one. One more. Find downward dog. Drop to your knees and lift up. Coming to standing on your knees, roll the wrists. If you need to interlace all 10 fingers and then roll the wrists this way, find what feels good. Some gentle releasing exercises in that joint. Take a big breath. And we're going to move to standing. So I want you to take the hands back down to the mat, curl the toes under, send it to downward dog. Take a big step up towards the hands and start to roll up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down to heart center. All right. If you're not already at your bar or your surface, find that here. I want you to pause. Take your feet together, parallel to each other, and then turn the toes out, heels touching. So this first position, or this Pilates pizza, right? Relax that right arm down. I want you to swoop that left foot forward, and we're going to continue the leg lifts here. So it's going to be a lift and tap. So I want you to inhale here, exhale, lift, inhale, tap, tap. Still using the strong breath. The more audible you make the breath, the more power you're going to have in the movement. So lift and tap. We have 8 more here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold it up, pulse it out. So just an inch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back to the taps. Tap it. 8. Lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold it up and pulse here. Hold, drop the shoulders, lift, lift. Squeeze the lower abdominals in. Tailbone curls up almost to meet your navel. Inhale, pulse for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. All right. So from here, you can hold the bar or you can come away from it wherever you're at. I'm going to step off. It's your choice to keep yourself right near it for balance if you'd like. So hands on the hips for now. We're going to start to lift the leg to the side. Then we're going to tap it down. Knees going to go up and you're going to start to turn the shoulders. So the hands are on the hips to keep you in the right space. You don't want to just yank over. It's a very neutral spin, right? Just through the shoulders as the knee comes up. So it's going to be a lift, tap, twist, tap, lift. Now jump on in with me if you haven't already. Lift and twist. Very nice. Keep your breath going. Lift and twist. Now some people prefer to have their hands up with the elbows flared out. That's going to give you that same kind of twist. You might be feeling something already in that standing leg. That's great. Keep it up. We have 4 more. Keep the breath. 3. Exhale. Lift. Last 2. Lift. 1 more. Good. Bring it down. Got the other side. Other side. All right. So before we move back to the bar, we're going to continue with those. So I want you to take that leg out, hands on the hips to start. You can adjust them wherever you'd like here. We're gonna lift, tap, twist, tap. So take a breath, shift the weight over, here we go. Lift, tap, twist, tap. And continue that motion. Continue the breath. So this is a small movement. It feels like you're not doing a whole lot, but you are working a whole lot. Your hips might be telling you that. Continue here. Lift, tap, twist, tap. Give me 4 more. If you want to adjust your hands, if you haven't already, back to where you were on the other side, feel free. Last 2 here. Twist, lift, and twist. Bring it down. Take the hands to the hips, maybe hip circles. Generally that feels amazing after anything bar, right? Okay, so you can come to the other side. I'm gonna flip my chair around here. Making sure you have enough space between you and your surface to keep a gentle, relaxed arm. You don't wanna be straight way out here, and you don't wanna be over the bar leaning into it. So that gentle space, don't death grip the bar, feet are parallel, turn the toes out. Find that first position, that turn out here, slide that outside leg forward. We're gonna lift and tap, take a breath. Here we go. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Continue. Tap, tap. Now the midfoot should be facing the ceiling. Tap. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, you have pulses right here. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, back to the taps. Take it down, lift it up, down, and lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, keep going. Last 4 here, lift and tap, lift. 2 more. Up, we have to hold. We have pulses. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Start to rock the hips side to side. Good. Wonderful. You can stay near your surface for balance, or you can come off and into the center. We're going to take a wide second or that deep plie here. So sumo squat to some people. Turn the toes out, allow the hips to press forward and externally rotate as you sink the seat down. Now, if you're here and your knees are over your ankles, I want you to heel toe the feet out. So you kind of have me at a weird angle here on Facebook, but for Zoom purposes, make sure you're nice and square. And you're tucking the tailbone in. So the hips and the ribs, I want you to shorten the space. Squeeze it together, then sink through the legs, press the knees back. Bring the arms up if you want a little bit more. You can take them overhead. As long as you're overhead though, I want you to squeeze the shoulder blades and keep that distance really short. You'll have a tendency to start to arch, bring it in, okay? So as you're here, wherever you decide to put your arms, I want you to hold. We're gonna isolate here. We're gonna hold, and we're gonna breathe, and maybe crack a smile a little bit, because you showed up today and you're doing amazing. So pause, I'm gonna bring my hands in. We have 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep pressing the knees back for 3, 2. We have pulses, so just about an inch, pressing through the heels. Yes, you'll notice the difference when you use the heels. If the legs are shaking, you can come out and come back down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold it again. Hold, maybe sink a little deeper here. Press the knees back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna go up and down. Here we go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Continue to press the knees back and lower. We'll call this 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold it down. I know. I'm doing it with you this time now. Hold on strong. Press the knees back. Come out of it a little bit if you need to. I don't know if that necessarily makes it easier, but hold on. We're going together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Give me 8 pulses. Last 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easy as you come up. Slowly bring the legs together. Roll the hips. If you've never experienced the shake in the legs, that one might have did it. Press the hips back, press them forward. Maybe find a forward fold. This is that free space and that opportunity for you to address what's happening in your body, to listen, right? Allow that to happen. All right, we're gonna make it down to our mat. We have a lot of core work to do today. So come to the top of the mat, mountain pose here. Palms are facing forward. Tuck the tailbone under, knit the ribs in. Inhale, lift the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Draw the elbows in as you hinge from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown of the head goes forward. Exhale, hands to the mat. Take it back to plank. Our favorite planks. All right, pause here. This might actually feel like a break, so enjoy it for a moment. For 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to make your way down to your forearms. Press the elbows into the mat, creating a space. Maybe drop the hips a little bit more. We're gonna go toes and then back to neutral. So forward and back, we're gonna rock. Here we go. Lift and lower. Press it forward, lower. So toes to heels, toes to heel. Drive the hips towards the ribs. Belly button and spine protecting. You might round a little bit, but you'll feel that abdominal strength showing up for you. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, drop the knees. Find child's pose if you need to. Plant the hands. You can either leave the knees together here or take them wide, your choice. Press the hips back. Again, that free space here to find what feels good. All right, so I'm gonna actually face this way to start. I want you to take your knee out to the side. So you're gonna lift with the knee, so it's like fire hydrants. Make sure the creases of the elbows are faced and turned towards me. It's gonna help you draw those elbows into the ribs. So take that leg up, drop the foot, release it. Don't flex, don't point. Knees up, bring it in. Lift it up, bring it in. I'm gonna try not to look at you too much here, but I want you to see that movement. Really lift with the knee. Now your body's gonna wanna try to shoot you over to the side. Don't do that. Your knee doesn't have to go that high. It's just a motion, right? The movement. Stay stable. Press the top of the right foot into the mat. Remember, I'm mirroring you, so you're right or left, depending on if you're doing the same side as me or not. Keep breathing here. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You guys know it. We have pulses. Hold it up here. Pulse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Press the hips back if you need to. Rock side to side. Got the same thing on the other side, but we're not quite finished yet. So I'm going to turn back this way. Stay on the same leg. So if you were on the left leg or the right leg, continue to work on that side. I want you to take that leg back, and we're going to find those taps here. So really press the mat away, right? Squeeze up, pull the chest up, round. I don't want you to get tired and hang through. It's not good for your neck. Press through the hands, or again, find a surface where you can put your elbows. So we're lifting and tapping. Take a breath. Here we go. Tap it down, lift it up. Lift it up. Now you can find a flex foot here. That's going to encourage you to keep the toes facing towards the mat and really drive the heel to the ceiling, which will put the work in the glute. Now these are tricky because the work's actually coming from that sedentary leg, right? That still leg on the bottom. Lift and tap. Lift. 4 more. Come on. 4, 3, 2. I want you to hold it up. We have pulses, of course. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it here. Now, elbows are going to go in towards the ribs, and the forehead's going to go down towards the mat. I know that standing leg's on fire. We're going to get some arms now. So come down, down, up, up. Now if you want to point your toe here, you can. Lift. That leg follows you as that line from the crown of the head to the heel of your foot, where the toe is nice and long. We have one more. We have to go back to the taps. Take a breath. Tap it down, lift it up, down. Find that flex foot here if you can. Pull the belly button into spine. Press the mat away with the arms. We have 4 more. 3, 2, hold it up. Last pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that in. Send the hips back. Find that free space, whatever your body's asking of you right now. We have the other side. So again, I'm going to face this way so you can kind of see that movement. Plant the hands, elbow creases towards me or the top of your mat. The opposite leg is going to start going out into those fire hydrants. So drop the foot, let it be heavy. Send the knee up like there's a string from the knee to the ceiling. Take a breath, here we go. Lift and lower, oh yes. That is so much harder now that it worked. Keep breathing, lift. Remember, don't try to throw those hips out to the side. Just make the movement smaller. The movement is still intentional. You're still working the muscle. Breathe into the space. Now remember, when the work gets hard, we talked about that intention or that I am statement. I am free, I am loved, I am enough. Whatever one you decided to work with today, this is that. It's just like the time in life when it gets hard, right? You have to come back to that intention or that statement for yourself. We're gonna hold it up and pulse right here. Hold, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Drive that knee up. 2 and 1. Bring it in. You can send it back if you need to. In those moments, you need to repeat those statements to yourself. You need to come back to what you believe in, what's true in your heart, that statement that you want to work with. So take that opposite leg back. We have the taps, okay? So it's going to go heel up towards the ceiling. Try to keep a flexed foot. You can point the toe if you'd like, but make sure the top of your foot is facing the mat. Here we go. Lift and tap, lift and tap. Draw the belly button into the spine. Protect the space between the bottom rib and the hips are still small. It's still pulling together for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, pulse for 8 here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. We have those push-ups, so keep that line nice and straight. And we're going down right here, forehead to the mat, elbows in. Down, down, lift, and press. Down, down, lift, and press. Continue. You got one more after this. One more full one. Up. Now we got the taps. Down, lift it up, down, and lift. Reset. Press the mat away. Open up the collarbone. Broaden the shoulders. For 4. For 3. For 2. Hold it up. Pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Send the seat back. Really press the hips towards the back wall. You can find that child's pose. You can come off. Your choice here. All right, plant the hands down, coming into that downward dog. Curl the toes under, send it up high. Press the hips back, pedal the feet. I want you to come into that plank pose. So dropping the hips down, our favorite, I know. We're gonna go downward dog to plank. So here we go, take a big breath in. The exhale is the downward dog. The inhale is the plank. The exhale is the downward dog. Inhale is the plank onto the toes. Heels down. We have 3 more. Think about the shoulders and opening up the chest. Hold in that downward dog. Walk the feet up towards your hands. Hang in this ragdoll. Enjoy this. Allow the hips and the glutes to open. Maybe grab opposite elbows, sway back and forth. I hope you guys are sweating as much as I am right now. Nod the head yes, shake the head no. Release the tension from the base of the neck and the shoulders. Drop the hands down, press through the heels, slide bend the knees, roll up, sending the hips forward. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, we have one more wide second sequence. So take the legs wide, toes turn out, knees press back, ribs and hips, shorten it up for me, sink down, adjust the feet, and we're gonna hold. So consider this a break for the shoulders, the hands, the arms, or not. You can take them out, you can take them up, squeezing the shoulder blades if you do, and tucking the tailbone, keeping the arms out. You can rock side to side or stay here. I want you to sink a little bit deeper than you did the first time. Press the knees back. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I want you to pulse up and down here. 8, 7, make it so small. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Now I want you to press the knees, tuck the tailbone. 8, 7, we're just holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, dig deep here. 3, 2, hold for 8. This is the last set. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Pull the toes in. Gently start to roll the hips or bring those feet together. All right, more core work. So we're gonna make our way down. If you need to tap out the legs, tap it out. Make your way to the top of the mat. We're gonna find our way down. Mountain pose here, feet underneath the hips. Inhale, shoulders up, back and down. Shorten the space between the ribs and the hips. Inhale, lift the hands. Maybe exhale, repeat your intention as you fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to the mat. Walk those feet back into plank. I know, last one today. Be so grateful you made it here. And chaturanga down, so maybe come up on the toes, you can drop the knees, or find that space. Inhale, lift, find that cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Drop the knees here, cross the feet in the back, and come onto your seat. So just kind of rolling over there, or however you get there, your choice. All right, knees are coming up to the ceiling. Take the arms out in front of you, drop the shoulders down. Slowly start to roll, tucking the tailbone under, really shortening the space. All the way down, as slow as you can, but whenever you get to that point, feel free to roll over, hands overhead. And exhale, hands back down. Inhale, hands over, keeping the energy moving through the body, through the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Give me 2 more. You can adjust your feet if you need to. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. Inhale over. This time, hold over, interlace all 10 fingers, bring them at the base of your skull. I want you to take the right leg up. Now, if this gets difficult, you can always do this exercise with your head, neck, and upper back on the floor. So please take that adjustment or modification if you need to. If not, come up with me. We're going to start to kind of wiggle off of the mat, taking the shoulders off. Right leg's up, I want you to bring it down. And I want you to slowly start to crunch up to the leg and up towards the ceiling. So again, working through that distance between the rib and the hip. I want you to lower just a little bit. Don't come all the way down to the mat with your foot or your head here. Allow the elbows to flare out. You're going to crunch up and down. Up and down. It's the smallest movement here. We're lifting and lowering, putting the mind and the awareness into that space. Connecting with the intention here. And I want you to hold so the torso stays where it is. Just flutter the leg up and down. Notice how that changes the dynamic of the movement. Lifting and lowering. That nice little pulse we like so much, right? Lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing to hover the head and upper back off as you lift the leg up and lower down. Up and lower down. And again, if you want to lower everything towards the mat and just do the leg, that's fine. Take the toes of the left foot off of the mat. Make sure you're pressing through the heel. Once you identify what that feels like, allow the toes to come down. We have 4. We have 3. We have our last 2, maybe coming up a little higher if you're up with me, and hold. Now, as the leg is up, we just pulse for 8 here through the torso. Lift, 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 squeeze for 4, 3, 2, everything down, head down, keep the hands, lower the leg. Windshield, wipe the knees if you need to. Notice what that right side feels like compared to the left. We are almost done. If you've ever heard a barre teacher say that, I know you don't believe me, but we truly are. Start to lift up, roll the shoulders off. Take a pause here. Extend the leg, left leg's gonna come down, right? And we're just gonna crunch up towards the leg, shorten that distance. So leg lift and a tiny crunch and a lower, just about the size of a paper clip. Allowing the elbows to flare out, really pulling with the abdominals only. Second side's always harder, I know. Lift the toes on the right foot. Make sure it's all the weight is into the left, or that heel. For 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Just the leg. Lift, lift, lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, leg goes high. Lift it up, take it down. You can go a lot slower than that if you need to. Use the breath. We have 4 more. Last 2. And bring it down. Everything comes down. Lower to the mat. Take the knees up if you need to. Windshield wipe here. If you need to come in a bridge, feel free to do that. Side to side. In fact, let's bring those knees in. Give yourself a hug. Massage the lower back into the mat. And then from here, take the legs up to happy baby. So if you can't reach the feet, just grab the ankles. If you can take the peace fingers around the big toe, you have that available to you. Or you can take the hands on the inside or the outsides of the feet. You can stay still here or rock side to side. This is invitational, so you find what feels good. Have a couple more breaths here. Slowly begin to release the legs. I want you to come into a reverse tabletop. So watch your surface, watch the chair if you have it by you. Drop the legs down to the left, look over the right shoulder. Allow that gentle supine twist here. If you want a little bit more, feel free to take the right hand down to the left foot. You can grab the top of the foot and find that little pretzel back there and rest the head. Full breaths. And on that third exhale, slowly slowly unravel. Bring the arms back out to a T, the knees together. Inhale into the center. Exhale, drop to the opposite side. Take the gaze over the left. Maybe the left hand reaches back for the right foot, finding a deeper twist here. Three more breaths. Allow this to be a space where you gently start to close your eyes. Allow the heart rate to come down and to settle. Maybe find your regular breathing patterns. On your next exhale, release and unravel. Bring the arms to a T, knees back together. Inhale, draw in. Soles of the feet draw down to the mat. Allow the knees to flare out into a butterfly. You can leave your hands in a T, bring them by the hips, or one on the heart and one on the belly. Pause. If this is uncomfortable or not accessible, feel free to come out of it. Two more breaths here. And on that full exhalation, begin to draw the knees inward using the inner thighs. Heel toe the feet towards the edges of the mat. And allow the knees to drop in for that inverted butterfly. You can stay still or you can kind of windshield wipe into those hips. Finding a full stretch through the outside. Now, as we go into Shavasana, I want you to know that I will pull you out early. So if you want to linger there a bit longer, if that's everything you need, just really pausing and honoring that space, let that be. Just mute me or turn the video off or come back later when you're finished. It's up to you. It's up to you here. I really invite you to enjoy the full Shavasana as you worked really hard for that. So if you need a bolster under your knees or a towel under the head, make yourself really comfortable here as the arms roll out and turn out, the shoulders and the hips open up, palms facing up. I want you to take some gentle breaths here. This is the opportunity to listen to the body. This is that moment. If you want to linger longer, feel free. If you're ready to move with me, draw the knees inward, wrap the hands around, give yourself one more hug. And then begin to roll all the way up to a comfortable seat, facing the top of your mat. Allowing the hands to fall into the lap or to the knees, palms up to receive everything you need today, or palms down to stay grounded right where you are. As we pause here for a moment, I want you to notice the tingling in the body, all the stagnant energy that's been moved with the breath and with your movement. And allow the inhale to circle around it and the exhale to push it out. Allow the new energy to vibrate within the body. Take this last breath to soak in the practice. And one more together as a whole. I want you to swoop the arms up, paint the edges of the walls and the ceiling as the palms come together. And as you exhale, drop the thumbs into the heart. I am so thankful that you showed up today to meet me and practice with me. All of my heart honors all of your heart. Namaste.